Well, by any number of measures, this is a monumental time for Mika Zibanejad. He was married over the summer. Last week, he found out he's going to represent his country, Sweden, in the Olympics in February. And he enters on Wednesday night in Washington his 6th season as the #1 center for the Rangers. And while there's still a question about what his contract will look like after the season, there is no question what his teammates believe about Mika's importance to what goes on with this team this year.
I've definitely seen what he's done for the 2 years I've been with him, and any given night, you're getting a responsible player, and someone who could, put 3 in the back of the net, and it's pretty expected. So, the way he plays the game, you trust him defensively, and he's got that offensive side to him, and he's got kind of a quiet leadership to him as well. I think a lot of guys respect him in that room, and it's obviously nice to be on the ice with him and not against him.
He's one of the best players in the league, and I'm really lucky to have the chance to play with him. He's good 2 ways. He can shoot, he can pass, he can do almost everything. So for me, it's a guy that I can learn a lot from, and to have him as my centerman, it's a privilege, and I'll try to get better with him and try to build a chemistry for sure.
How much he cares, I think. Obviously, everyone sees the skill, the goals, the highlights, and the celebrations, and his character and how much fun he has. But he really cares about winning, and I think he's always talking about which plays he wants to do, where he wants me to go, where I want him to go, and when you start to build that, it makes the game a lot easier. There's little plays all over the ice that people might not see, but it just makes the game so easy. And I think when you have a chemistry with a guy like that, it really helps.
He's obviously an offensive driver, and everyone's seen what he's capable of doing. He has the ability to take over a game, and playing against him in practice, he can do some pretty special things.
He's a huge factor. He's an overall great player. He's a passer. He's a scorer. He's extremely hard to play against. I think his compete level is high every single night. If you're on the ice against him, that you need to be aware of his presence and be on your toes at all times, because he can do things that in a snap of the fingers that you may not expect, or even if you are expecting, you just can't do anything about it.
He's huge. He's a guy that impresses you. Not only with what he can do offensively, but as a defenseman, how huge he is in the D zone and how he's always in the right spot. He's always talking. He's a guy in the locker room that's gonna come over and sit next to you and try to talk things out. So Mika's been a guy that I've always looked up to.
That's a guy that reminds me a lot of Rick Nash. Not a guy who's overly vocal, but he does it all on the ice. He's going to do whatever it takes to win. He cares about winning more than anyone else. An incredibly compassionate human being. I might be a little bit biased, and this might be a bit subjective because that's one of my best friends, and I'll go to war for that guy.